had a conversation the other day with one woman that repeated several relationships, several marriages really, that followed the same pattern. And she made a really brave choice of breaking out of her marriage. She moved away to a different city and then all of a sudden had this really strong impulse to go back. And there's nothing wrong with going back as many times as you want because it's your life. You have the right to learn your lessons. You have the right to explore it as deeply as you want. Maybe you have a hunch that there's something more to that relationship. So this is not about there's a right way to approach this. But if you want to interrupt a pattern, there's one thing that you have to watch out for. And it presents itself in any stage of your pattern. And that is the point when you start getting really fidgety and uncomfortable. And then you try to fix that discomfort with either jumping in and agreeing to whatever conditions the pattern presents you with or the relationship demands of you, or running from it, shutting down. Shutting down and jumping in are both ways of avoiding what's in the middle. But it is what is in the middle is the answer to you creating a totally new, different, and fulfilling relationship. Teach people about spirituality. This is my book on consciousness, reality, how to interrupt patterns and how to address that middle thing, which is invisible, which is who you think you are, that shapes and determines the kind of reality that you live in. So when in your pattern that discomfort occurs, suppose in the love pattern, like with this woman, there's a threat of losing love or there's a possibility of gaining love, we do one of two things, and it all depends on what kind of assumptions we hold about ourselves, what kind of identity that we've assumed as our personal reality. We either jump in, right, all the way, saying, I really want this, so I'm willing to swallow a little bit of poison. I'm willing to agree to things I do not want to agree to in order for me to find that wholeness. Or if you are on the other side of the spectrum, you encounter that discomfort. For example, your lover gets too needy or pushy or controlling, or maybe she is too fabulous and too big and attracts a lot of attention, and something in you gets really uncomfortable, and you isolate, you run away, because your identity is based on some idea that says in order for you to preserve your wholeness, you have to protect yourself from this type of person or this type of behavior. Now, the problem, of course, like I said, in the middle, is that you believe that you are not whole already. So you end up trying to restore this wholeness, right? Which is an intention of every single pattern that is driven by desire, is to be what? To be happy, to be whole, to be in love. So depending on the situation, depending on the person you encounter, what kind of role you play, because you can play both roles in different relationships, you oscillate between running or jumping in, running and agreeing to what you don't want to agree to. But if you notice that what is making you react is not something external, is not something that is out there, but something that is in here, and you disconnect or you go in and not move. This is the key to you undoing any pattern, is when you feel that discomfort, the person that is willing to stand still in the discomfort first and question all of the lies that come up in that discomfort. I'm unlovable. I can lose love. I am threatened by your judgments. Any kind of thing that to all human beings looks like reality, because we all share this unconsciousness. The person who is willing to stand still in the discomfort is going to be the person that's going to start undoing the pattern. And this is what I write about in this book, is questioning this idea of self based on what it is reacting to. This thing is very clever. It's very well protected. It's like the master code of your reality that is under 10 safe locks, right? It's hidden away because it cannot be discovered. It cannot be threatened. It could not be taken away because it used to be your protection code, your protection mechanism. So we do identity work. We stand in the middle of the discomfort. If you're ready to break your relationship pattern, to break your love pattern, to break your money pattern, you stand in that discomfort and you question the discomfort, not whether discomfort has the right to exist. That discomfort does have the right to exist in the reality that you live in, because it has created a reality in which this I am is real. But you question the assumptions that the discomfort is pointing you to. When you undo these layers of assumptions, then you get to the center, you get to the core. And when you let go of what separates you, what separates you from oneness, from creativity, then you become the change you wish to see. Then the changes, the choices, the people you pick in your life are going to be motivated by your true expression, by oneness and not reactivity. Because remember, the identity is sustained by reactivity. This is why patterns repeat. So you want to get out of reactivity and then you want to get into creativity, really. And so anyway, I still have some signed copies in my TikTok shop. Click on the link. This is a really long video, but I hope this has been a little bit helpful to someone.